Yo, YouTube. So now that we done talking about Boozy and the situation that he got going on, right? Let's tap back in and let's talk about another rapper. Let's talk about Kodak Black and what he got going on and what seems to be a very similar situation to what happened to Boozy, right? It's no question that these rappers is getting targeted. It's no question that these rappers they trying to get them out of here. You know what I'm saying? If you are talking that street shit, if you are talking that gun shit, that killing shit, that drug shit, if you are talking anything of that motherfucking nature and you carrying it out like that, and they get a whiff of this shit and they believe that this shit is real deal shit, they on your top. You know what I'm saying? And we need to believe that. Like, and it's not only for the rappers, it go for obviously our entire community, but the rappers is obviously number one and at the top of their list because these are the most influential people. These are the people who has the most amount of money, and this is the people that these guys that are locking them up, these cops in that cop world. These are the guys who's going to get that recognition and build that reputation of being the person or being a part of the arrest that took down a major figure in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? And any cop would love to have their name associated with that because it's only going to lead to them getting perks and in their workplace. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody knows about working, you know what I'm saying, obviously you want to be the guy that's at the top of the food chain, not only because you're going to make the most money, but just because everybody loves to be the guy. Everybody loves to be that bitch, if that's what you prefer to call it. Or that nigga, if that's what you prefer to call it. I prefer to call it a king or a queen, but at the end of the day, you want to be the best and be known to be the best, right? And when you take down these big time rappers, that's what's going to put you at that top of that list. You know what I'm saying? So here we talking about Kodak Black. The difference in these cases, right, is Kodak, he kind of in some way he brought it on himself. He had a suspended license. That's no good. You behind the wheel. I'm pretty sure you were driving with another. I'm pretty sure you probably was driving with another person. And if you was, I'm not sure if he was. Actually, I'm not sure if he was or not. But if you was driving with another person, why couldn't you have that person driving? Be as though you got a suspended license. Another thing is your tax was suspended as well. Bro, you's a fucking millionaire. You got money on deck. You got money on top of money. Especially if we let True tell it. I believe so. I believe, you know what I mean, Kodak is getting at it. He getting to his bag, and you know what I'm saying, he absolutely got millions. Or he's made millions at least. And even if he wasn't making millions, it don't cost that much to have your motherfucking car registered. Only thing it takes is a responsible human being. And apparently he wasn't responsible enough to get something so simple done when the only thing you gotta do is, you know what I mean, this is simple shit. It should have been done. But nonetheless, they claimed that they pulled him over because of his tent being too dark. Obviously, that's a chunk of fucking bullshit, and everybody knows it. It's their favorite fucking reason to be able to pull somebody over is because of the tent. Obviously, we can't fucking not get tent. We have to get tent. Especially if you live in a life that, you know, Kodak says he live in, or any of these big time rappers that says they're really in the streets. You gotta ride around with tent. Not only with tent, but your shit need to be bulletproof as well. But you know what I'm saying, if you are a superstar of that magnitude, you cannot ride around without tent. And yes, you need your shit to be 5%. You can't go 20, and you damn sure can't go 35. You can't have nobody being able to look directly through your wheel because it's just not fucking safe. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got your kids or your family with you or anything of that sort. It don't matter who you got with you. You know what I'm saying? Any innocent bystander. You know what I mean? Like, You just need to have your shit tinted. So I can't blame him for that. I cannot blame him for having the shit tinted, but we can blame him for having the suspended license, the suspended tags, even though that's not what they pulled him over for. They pulled him over for the tent, and just because they knew it was fucking Kodak Black. You know what I'm saying? They knew exactly who it was. They're targeting him. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump pardoned this dude not too long ago, and you know what I mean? They still on his top, and they want to get him back in there, and that's just how the police operate. You understand what I'm saying? And they definitely is hoping that, you know, he just fucking slip up and put himself back in a position where he don't want to be. But it's hard to tell if he really wants to be a free man, because if I'm not mistaken, this is definitely his second time being arrested in just 2022. So it's like, come on, bro. Like, you gotta be much more smarter, even though it was only like 30 oxys, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna assume it was probably some perk 30s, right? Even if it was 10s, 20, 50, it don't even fucking matter. The bottom line is, it was an illegal substance. You knew it was illegal, and you know what I'm saying? Of course, they're going to blow it up with the attempt to distribute and all of this other bullshit when we know it was definitely for personal use. You know what I'm saying? And 30 perks on him. He shouldn't have it on him, nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? Like, or if you do, you got to do a better job of hiding it. Or you got to have two different fucking cars. You be riding in one car and another guy to ride in another car. And that's just the way you got to handle your business. Although it's going to take a lot more time, effort, energy, and more people for you to move around. But you need to move around properly anyway. You're a fucking superstar. You're a megastar. You know what I'm saying? All eyes are on you when you are in the room or when you are around. And you should know that by now, because Kodak, this is nothing new for you, man. You've been in the game for a while. So, like, you know you're a target, especially when you in fucking Florida, man. When you in Florida, no, you cannot be missed by anyone. Everyone knows who Kodak Black is. You're the greatest thing to come out of there probably ever. Probably ever. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're a legend in Florida. So, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta just be more on point, and you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, like I said before, the police is definitely targeting these guys, and they're trying to bring them down any means necessary, even if this shit that they're doing is illegal. But as a fucking, just as a guy who's moving around, you know, of that stature, you gotta be on your P's and Q's. You gotta be on point, and you can't even let them sit you down for a day or two for some nut ass 30s, you know what I'm saying, or some nut ass perks. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be a different way, a different route, another way you could have went about it, so that you don't put yourself in this very situation that he had put himself in. And I believe he's smart enough to know that, and to smart enough to actually have, you know, orchestrated a better way of doing it. And it seems as though he just took the chance. And when you take those type of chances, you're playing with your freedom, and you're playing with, you know, you being able to take care of your kids, your family, and everyone else who depends on you. And we just got to make better decisions. Ultimately, my take on it is everything that I just said. Like, I don't think he's going to be, you know, sentenced and have to actually sit down and do anything. I heard he might got to do some, to go to a drug program or something of that sort. But I do not think he's going to actually have to sit down for anything. But at this point in time, they are building a rap sheet against him once again. They are, you know, starting to stack the paperwork up against him once again. Although they might not be keeping him in jail today, or, you know, whenever they release him, although they might not be keeping him in jail right now, and they didn't keep him in jail on the last arrest, and they may not keep him in jail on the next arrest. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but let's just say he gets arrested again for a third time, or fourth time, or fifth time. They still may let you go, you know, especially if, you know, whatever it is doesn't really hold any weight, and if they are to charge you on it, they want your ass to sit. They want you to really have to deal with that shit. So the bottom line is they're building the paper route against you again. So you just gotta move smarter. We gotta move better, and you know what I'm saying. We gotta learn from our mistakes. That's my take. Takes. We out of here. Let's get it.